As always, Dragon Ball has been a monumental influence to my life for the better since 3rd grade in the 90s. The training, the lessons, the hype, the story, the idea that if you focus on being the best you can be consistently, then the years you have on this planet will not be wasted. And so I was scrubbing through my old bookmarks from the early 2010s and found a page which I think got taken down, but luckily I had it saved in Microsoft Word years ago. This page talked about the top 10 lessons from Dragon Ball as a franchise, and now that I've been a coach since 2010 when I was 19 years old, damn, I'm a full-on sensei at this point with all this various experience, I wanted to revisit these 10 great lessons, but in my own updated way with what I've learned over the years, so that you watching in this stressful world can have something you can rely upon to give you one small win per day, even when things feel hectic. As long as you remember these 10 lessons, you can succeed. Number 1, recovery equals your peak strength. A lot of us love the Vegeta training scenes growing up, but Goku was the one who always had it on lock with the proper mindset. Forget the Sigma non-stop grind set. Allowing yourself to rest and recover and come back stronger to hit new PRs does great things for your overall health, fitness, physique, and central nervous system. Training breaks the body down, and when you take time to rest, feast, and relax, it's like adding cement and layering bricks to help build a fortified home, but this one just happens to be your body. The Saiyan Zenkai Boost has some real-world biological mirrors without having to throw yourself into a polar bear den every week or something like that. The beautiful thing is it doesn't have to be just about training, but your work stuff too. If you ever feel in a rut and you're not accomplishing certain things, taking a break can help reinvigorate you as long as you have the proper mindset to get back into it after relaxing. And no, this does not count for homework or job deadlines because I ain't about to get your lazy ass in trouble. Go finish your work, bruh. But make sure you include those relaxation moments. Nap, meditate, log off all social media or internet for a few days. Decompress, walk in nature, Epsom salt baths, etc. Give yourself those moments of peace. 2, learn to connect your mind and body. This is brought up many times through the series when characters are learning new techniques or attacks. Goku himself has been specifically told by various masters that he must learn to connect body and mind to unlock new abilities. And while we may not have the ability to have a Z Fighter's powers yet, when we do learn to use our mind when working out, we can become a lot more powerful in the grand scheme of things. Think of when you really want to learn a new real-world ability and how long it takes you to get that down. For example, I remember the first time I ever did a muscle up years ago, which is actually still on my channel when I first got it way back in the day. Not only was this a new exercise for me to try out, my body just was not used to it, and so I struggled to get even 1 rep at first. I was so strong on weighted pull-ups, I was like, I should be able to get this, and it just was not budging. I remember I was tired, but I was determined to get at least 1 rep, and at that point it became more of a mental battle. It's kind of hard to describe, but my stubbornness along with my will of constant practice to just not give up made me want to make it happen and made the exhaustion disappear when trying to consistently get it day after day after day. And then I just kept studying to learn more, like various muscles that could help me reach that goal, and just keeping at it over and over again, you just get into this mental zone that you only get into by pushing your body consistently and then overcoming the resistance. And this strengthens your mind, which makes you mentally stronger in a lot of areas as well. Just like a martial artist mastering a new kick or a musician mastering how to shred on guitar, repetition, repetition, repetition. And using both your body and mind together to overcome something has a ton of benefits that translates into your actual life so that you can start living better. Number 3, nourish your body properly. Although Goku doesn't necessarily care about the healthiest nutrition plan, I mean, we saw him chowing down on cakes like Pinkie Pie in the Broly movie, but when you take a step back and look at the foods he eats 90% of the time, it's actually a pretty solid meal plan for the average omnivorous human being, especially if they constantly are in the gym or at the park getting them gains in. Goku eats a ton of meat, fish, fruits, vegetables, rice, beans, and noodles. That's actually a healthy balance of protein, fats, fiber, and carbs. Hell, if you ate that daily and hit the amount of calories you need to hit daily, you'd probably hit your goal physique results a lot faster because it's delicious and nutritious if you prepare it and can season it properly. Good nutrition will not only help you get aesthetics, but actively make you feel better and have more energy, so if you want to move more naturally, you can do that. So make sure you adjust your eating plan so you'll feel super, just saying. Number 4, use your environment to train. Rewatching original Dragon Ball, I always loved the Tarzan-esque lifestyle Goku had when he was a kid. No gym, just fresh air in nature, trees, lakes, fields, rocks, and constant physical activity. People these days try to optimize every little thing that they forget they can make phenomenal results with their environment. Can't go to a gym? Do some push-ups, pull-ups, sprinting, jumping, walking lunges, and long distance running. You'd be amazed how much of a beast you could become. We will talk more about this in depth later in the video, but I agree so much it's very important to do what you can with what you got, and then if you want to, add things later. Go for it. Number 5, there's always a bigger fish. One of the reasons Goku always aimed to get stronger was not only because fighting is fun for a Saiyan, but so that he could fight stronger opponents so that he could improve himself by byproduct. No matter who you are, unless you're just a super-powered alien who's got some Captain America super serum or heavenly restriction in you, there is gonna be someone stronger than you. For people out there who do not compete in anything sports or anything physical related like that, there's always gonna be people or someone or something who is more skilled than you or more talented than you. But that's not a bad thing if you have the proper mindset. I did a video on this recently, but in life, you will face various challenges. Some people will curl up into a ball and retreat from them, and others will rise to face and attempt to conquer them, or at least combat them in some way. This is important as it builds mental fortitude as you age. If you do not develop mental fortitude, it can catastrophically affect your growth as a person. Matter of fact, I was having this conversation with someone about how now as an adult, they look back at many things they used to freaking stress out over when they were a kid, teen, college student, etc. And how these days, if those exact same stresses popped up again, they feel like they were nothing and they felt pathetic that they ever freaked out over them. But I always gotta remind people to give themselves grace. The great thing about getting older is your stress threshold is much higher than when you were younger. However, it is only that high because your younger self went through something. As you age, you gain evaluative experience, get stronger, and going forward, you have now fortified yourself so that past challenges feel insignificant compared to how they felt at the time. That's the double-edged sword about it though. You can handle certain stresses and challenges much better now only because younger you survived going through what you did. That is admirable. There's tons of stuff every single one of us look back on our younger selves and we're like, yikes, oof, just come on bro, why'd you do that? Why is this so difficult? But all those things mold you into a stronger, better person and give you wisdom if you choose to self-reflect and learn from them. You got this, and keep improving and keep learning new things to keep yourself getting better. The badass great body you want only shows from consistency with the 3-leg stool of fitness. Dragon Ball Z these days has become a staple fitness motivation to millions if not billions of gym goers of all ages. We constantly see the characters training and actually see their physiques evolve as the series progresses. Sure, it could be an art style change, but the fact Vegeta used to look like this in the Saiyan saga and then after years of gravity training now looks like this, it's just awesome to see. By the way, I have an entire series on how each Z fighter's physique changed over the years as the series went on, and I just combined them all into one big video with special edition features in it, so go check it out when you want. But what I love about seeing this is we gradually see the characters improve and get more and more muscular, and it's just as motivating as seeing yourself gradually change from consistency and get more and more muscular with the 3-leg stool of fitness. And as always, the 3-leg stool of fitness consists of training hard, eating well, and sleeping plenty. All of these will naturally improve your physique to not just an aesthetically pleasing one, so when you take your shirt off, people's eyes bug out, but to a strong one that can actually do a ton of high energy physical activity movements for long periods of time. To me, the true mark of fitness is not just looking great with your shirt off, but being able to move energetically like you did when you were a kid and teen. So remember the Turtle Hermit motto. Number 7, always be a student and learn from the right mentors. Goku was always eager to learn new things to help himself improve. Goku would take time to humble himself down and practice all that his mentors had to show him. The only reason he was able to reach the heights he attained was thanks to Grandpa Gohan, Master Roshi, Korin, Kami and Mr. Popo, King Kai, the Yardrats, various fighters in the afterlife, Whis, and Miris. Now sometimes he didn't fully understand what they were teaching him right away, but he remained humble and open-minded so that he could receive the teachings, and that is such a big thing. We even see this with Vegeta. Because think about Vegeta. Vegeta in Dragon Ball Super became his strongest self once he started training with Whis, Goku, and Beerus consistently versus all the years of him just training alone in isolation. You gotta be the same in your life. You gotta be able to put your ego aside and know that there are always more things to learn from others. Always keep investing in your education and seek personal growth. It's great to see somebody else's perspective on training and life as long as it is not actively life-threatening. It doesn't matter if they're significantly older than you or younger than you. You can always pick up something of value. Do not let a fragile ego or dogmatic tribalism hold you back and keep you from improving yourself. Remember the Bruce Lee quote, "Absorb what's useful, discard what's not, and add what's distinctly your own." That's how Goku did it and how he far exceeded expectations, just like you can. Number 8, when calisthenics and weight training do the fusion dance, you become your best self. Goku is a true hybrid athlete. We see him constantly doing calisthenics, but also constantly pumping iron. He has been an avid weightlifter since he was a child, like we talked about here. Back in OG Ball, the best of the franchise, don't at me, Goku used to pick up giant boulders for his morning routine and crush them as exercise. That's how he met Master Roshi's turtle and Master Roshi himself. Not to mention the first weighted clothing Goku ever wore were these weighted turtle shells Master Roshi gave him. Again, more people need to watch or read original Dragon Ball. Again, it's so good because we used to see Goku going up mountains carrying these big ass rocks. Like, this is before the 20-second tournament. Our boy Goku as a child would do handstand walking for miles carrying a redwood tree. Of course, how can we forget the weighted clothing he got from Kami, which turned out to be 100 kilos, which is about 220 pounds. Fun fact, he stopped wearing weighted clothing after training with King Kai, but he did keep the undershirt style because it just looked dope. Even when he was in 100 times gravity, he was lifting weight, even using them how boxers do. Lifting these arm weights. At the start of Super, our boy is squatting and sled pulling. It's funny because I've met many people who say, I train only calisthenics to be just like Goku, and it's like, Goku is a clear hybrid athlete. He trains every little thing. He wouldn't put some arbitrary limitation on himself. Like I always say, if you are able to, just mix weights and calisthenics together. It'll boost you so much more. And all that still stands. Always mix both together if you are able to. There's literally no downside to it, and you boost and fortify yourself in all aspects just like Goku and the Z Fighters would. Weights mixed with calisthenics actually makes fighters exponentially more athletic, which I broke down fully here. Also, my newest program is straight up designed for this very thing on 2 days a week for people who are just busy and want to get in great shape but don't have the time, so check it out. Success isn't about the destination, but the journey. Success isn't just about hitting the end goal, it's about who you become while you're chasing it. If you look at Goku, our boy never stops. He doesn't hit a new level and go, booyah, I made it. Now I can just sit here and chill out. He's already thinking about the next challenge he could face and the next version of himself he can unlock. That's the real lesson, because at the end of the day, there's no final form in life. There's always another level. Success is not the mountaintop, it is the climb. It's about the consistent training sessions, your failures, the comebacks from those failures, the discipline that you've developed, and the grind when nobody else is watching but yourself. Goku does not love being the strongest. Goku loves becoming stronger. That's what makes him stand out from characters like, early on Vegeta and Frieza and etc. Alright? And if you yourself can lock into that mindset, attaching joy to the process of self-improvement day after day after day, it's like I mentioned in my Tackle Life Like Goku video. You begin to feel a lot more fulfilled and able to live the life you want. And that actually leads into our final lesson. Number 10. Have fun and keep a positive, optimistic mindset, all right? Goku's mindset was simple. Nothing is impossible, and that's how you've got to start looking at your own training. Stop putting limits on yourself before you even begin. If you set your mind to something, you can get there. It might take you weeks, months, maybe even years. But if you stay consistent, it can happen. I will always say this, too many people get into this crab in the bucket mindset where they see people doing things they can't do or won't do, and so they begin to mitigate their own feelings of inadequacy to keep them from even trying, as it makes them feel some type of way about themselves. Again, that is on them, sadly, not you. As long as you aren't doing something actively dangerous, keep moving forward and shut out all the noise. The time is gonna pass anyway, so might as well get a reward from it, I always say. Because here's the thing that a lot of people miss. You've got to keep that childlike mindset. Not in the sense of like, putting off responsibilities, being an immature nuisance, or hoping you'll get coddled and people will take care of you. You've got to see this whole journey as an adventure, not a chore, not a punishment, but a full-on game where you actively level up. It is not gonna be easy. It's gonna hurt. You're gonna struggle. You're gonna hit walls. There will be days when you say, what is the point, and feel like giving up. But one bad day doesn't mean your journey is a failure.
Well, JaxBlade, whenever life gets you down and you're not being able to do that workout you want to do, especially when you're skipping leg day, you fall off that horse, you get back up, and you eat that horse. Come eat that horse with me, JaxBlade.
But if you're dedicating that much time and energy to becoming better, why would you not learn to enjoy it? Goku doesn't just endure the grind, he loves it, but he knows how important it is to rest and recover and make time to enjoy the simple things in life with his loved ones. This is shown exceptionally well during the 10 days of peace before the Cell Games, and once you personally tap into that, training stops being something you have to do and becomes something you get to do, something that enriches your life for the better. Thank you to all my patrons on the screen now, and if you made it this far in the video, type "I'm super just saying" down below, because you are, don't forget it. Also check out my programs down below, my newest 2-day one should be available. These videos on screen can now help you elevate your journey, and if you need a sensei to help train you or keep you in check, or if you want a group to keep you accountable, check out my dojo. But anyways, remember, like I always say, keep calm, booyah on, and don't forget, momentai. Now go become your best self.